Hi, how are you all? It seems like it's been a long time. I think it's been maybe 3 weeks. I'm Holly. This is my Flosstube, Hobbies of Holly. You can also find me on Instagram at Hobbies of Holly. And I like to talk about cross stitch, sometimes quilting or sewing. Who knows? All my hobbies. I've been gone. We had our much anticipated trip to Hilton Head with a bunch of my family. It was wonderful. We had fantastic weather. The kids were great. I was with 8 of my grandchildren, and it was just such good quality time with them. Loved it. I'll tell you maybe more about that at the end. That way, if you don't want to hear about it, you can skip that part. I'll try to put some pictures of my 4 daughters who were all together, which happened so rarely. And we were trying to decide, I think it's been at least 10 years since all 4 of them were in Hilton Head with us together. So that was really fun. But I did a little bit of stitching. I did more playing, snuggling, and cuddling than anything. But I also got 3 of my grandkids stitching with me while I was gone. I have some pictures of that too. Maybe I'll pop in here. But I'm back. There's chaos around me. There's chaos behind me because I'm unpacking from one trip and I'm packing to leave on Wednesday for a little Stitchy trip with some friends. And that means like Stitchy gifts I've been collecting to give. I still would like to get some time to make something for everybody, but I don't know if that's going to happen. A couple of us are having birthdays, so I've got some birthday presents I'm assembling, etc. So it's a mess. And I thought, might as well just film a Flosstube. That might be procrastinating. Maybe not. I did get some finishes. A start and a finish while I was gone. I finished something I'd been working on for a while, and I totally completed a project. First, I'll show you my start and finish. So the 80th anniversary of D-Day, when the US and Allies landed in Normandy, was June 6th, I think that's right. I have a son-in-law whose birthday is that day, and I always forget if it's the 6th or the 7th, but it's the 6th. And so I started Faded Flag by October House, right? It's so cute, and it's so much fun to stitch. And I was able to stitch it while I was gone. I had all the called for flosses and fabric, which is never the case for me. So I stitched it, and last night when I should have been unpacking and packing, I thought, oh, I'll just sew this up real quick. It seemed like a good idea to just sew a tube together, and it was until I got to the ends. So I don't like how I did the ends, but anyways, here is my little faded flag. Isn't she so cute? So what I did is it was on, piece of fabric, linen like this. And so I thought, oh, I'll just fold that over. And so I just did this on the machine, and then I hand stitched the ends. But in doing that, it made them pokey, but that's okay. And I think it'll flatten out. But can you see how cute it is? It's nice because although these stripes use 3 different colors, and I was counting, and I was like, oh, I made a mistake. I was like, who cares if I go 1 over or 1 short or something? So isn't that cute? Faded Flag. It calls for, and so this is done on 36 count Liberty Gathering Gray by R&R, and it is General Arts flosses. And it's just a postcard chart, but very cute, very fun. So I did that to commemorate D-Day, and now I'm gonna put it with my Seasons of the Heart Brenda Gervais that I just finished. It's back there somewhere. So I'm gonna put those together. Another thing that I finished was Turtle Doves by Satsuma Street. I started this when we were driving to Florida back in February, and it's just something I keep handy to take with me because I find that perforated paper is really easy car stitch or doctor's office stitch, etc. And I put the beads on it and everything. I don't think they're perfect, but that's okay. It's just for me. So I will still need to cut it all out and find some felt for the back to make it an ornament. But isn't it fun? This is the chart. One thing I love is, I assume it's a beading needle that she includes. So she includes everything you need. The floss is in here when you get these kits. The beads are in here. And whatever this John James needle is, which I assume is a beading needle, it's so nice. I think what I like about it is it goes behind the stitches when I'm finishing off a color, when I need to end my strand. And I lost my needle in Florida. And so I had to steal this from another Satsuma kit, so I've got to remember to put that back. But that's another finish that I did. Oh, I just dropped that needle. And then, I think I had already showed you that I finished stitching Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. And right after I finished, Sarah's Stitchery, that's great, right? Sarah, who's from Ohio also, had shown that she finished, what am I trying to say? The calendar, the perpetual calendar by Paisleys and Polka Dots. And instead of putting a monthly stitch in it, she put something else in it. I love monthly stitches, but what I have learned is I am terrible at switching them out. So look what I did. I put Strawberry Fields Forever in it. And it's perfect. I pinned it instead of laced it. And it's kind of haphazardly put in there, but I really like it. So this box is from Paisleys and Polka Dots, and it comes with the calendar pieces and everything. It comes as a distressed wood type of finish, and I don't know, I didn't love that, so I decided to paint it. I just slapped some paint on it last night, and there it is. Oh, I should see, I think it's called Fusion Mineral Paint that I used. My oldest daughter, who I've talked about before, who is Pop of Color Project on Instagram, she's kind of a DIY influencer, if you will. And she's talked about these paints, and so she brought me a bunch, and so I had it on hand. I put it on there. It really doesn't even need a top coat for cross-stitch finishes, in my opinion. So it's very easy. One coat covers it. It's great. I should walk over there and get the paint to show you, but if you want more information, just ask me. I'll tell you. I have a mess of whips that I either took with me on vacation or that I'm going to take with me on this next trip, and so I thought I would just show you them all. But before I do, also I have lying here a bunch of scissors. Someone had asked a question, I think on a Facebook group, about what scissors people like, and I think they were looking for a cost-effective scissor. I love scissors. I collect scissors, probably. When I sat with Barry from Stitch Folk at the Nicola workshop, one of her favorite quotes is, "Who am I to tell me no?" And so that's how I am with scissors. So I thought I would show you some of my scissors and give you some links. I'll try to remember to link those down below, of some Amazon scissors that are decent scissors for a good price. But first, I'll start with my bougie scissors. I love the Scissorist scissors. They come in a really nice leather pouch. They just have a really nice weight to them. These are the butterfly scissors, and these are the Lady Liberty scissors. I think if I hold them this way, you can see that it's Lady Liberty. They're heavy enough that they feel substantial. They're thin blades. Can you see that? They have a really nice point, so I can really snip off. I'm a pen stitch starter, and so that's when I really need my good scissors to get in there and get them. So those are the Scissorist, and I know you can get them at a lot of L&S shops. I was able to stop by their warehouse location. They're in Northern Ohio, and the ladies were so sweet, and they let me in, and I shopped. And they also carry a lot of Saju products and some really nice wooden boxes, which I need to look into further. But those are my scissorists. I love those. I'm also a huge fan of Dovos scissors. I have a few pair. These are one of the pair that I love. Again, they're not quite as heavy as the scissorist scissor, but they're thin. Can you see the thickness of that blade? And they just really get in there. So Dovos had stopped making scissors, but I keep hearing that they're making scissors again, and that Silver Needle is going to be carrying them. And I think they were supposed to be available in June, and this is June. So call the Silver Needle and see if you can get those if you're interested. I know Megan and Lisa, the Southern Sassy Stitchers, stopped at Silver Needle last year. Was that 2 years ago? And got a pair and loved them. And I think they're stopping there today on their way home from StitchCon. You all, I know, are familiar with Kohana scissors. I know these are a favorite of many people, and I know Nicola loves these. They're not my favorite. I love how they look, and they do feel nice, but I don't know, I just don't see, I think I need a pointier tip. Can you see the tip? I just need a little pointier tip. I use them, I love them, but they're not my favorite. I had to write this down because I always forget. These have become a favorite. These are Golden Forge scissors. They come with this white, I guess, enameled top, and I feel like another color too, but I can't think of what it is. I think the Attic carries these, and that's where I first heard about them. Maybe Brenda and Laura had come home from the Attic and had a pair, but Hoop and Frame also carries them, and that's where mine came from. I think I added it onto an order when I was getting hardwick hoops. So Golden Forge, these are a nice scissor. They're also a thin, good weight. I like them. Then there are a couple of pair from Amazon that I like. Someone mentioned the Karen K Buckleys. They come in a package that looks like this. This is what they look like. They're a little bit, I mean, this is a plastic handle, so this part's a little bit bulky, but I like that it comes with a cover, a tip cover, but they are a really nice scissor. Nice, smooth. I like these a lot. I keep scissors in all kinds of bags, so I always have a pair of scissors. This is another Amazon find. They come in a 2-pack. Who could not love pink and purple? Love those. And they come with covers. This is what the packaging looks like. And I think it says Beadative, BEADITIVE.com. Show you the back, maybe that'll help you. They're really nice for the money. And I'm happy to use these that I throw in a bag too. These are really nice to throw in a bag because they have tip protectors on them. And then I had a parent in that bag that I keep with when I was working on the Satsuma Street piece, but I actually gave them to my granddaughter. You know the little tiny scissors that have the little plastic covers that pretty much every LNS has a bucket of them for sale at their counter? I really like those. I mean, they're not like the best or my favorite, but I'll cut with those, and they're great for travel. Fantastic. And they're cheap enough that you can throw one in bags and it's fine. They're great table mate gifts for retreats too. So I just wanted to tell you some scissor talk. Push those out of the way. Okay. My book of days, which is not a book of days, I should not call that. My stitch journal, my planner. And this is by My Crazy Life, Lori. And I was messaging with her this week, and she is starting to work on the 2025 version of it, which I was excited about because I really like it, as I've told you before. So May looks like this, and I think I showed you this probably the last time. Wait till you see June. You're gonna be so impressed. Okay, you're not gonna be impressed, but I traveled for 2 weeks in June. I did put a start, and I need to catch up on that and do some decorating. Maybe I'll do that on my retreat, but that's my book of days. Okay, what I've been working on what I plan to work on. You know that I restarted a peacorn. See, I can't even try to say it right. A peacock, a unicorn, and a badger. Peacorn, that's what I call it. Which is the scarlet letter, which looks like this. I love it so much. I think I need to go make color copies because I'm really treating this like a magazine and I'm just folding it all over, and I should be more careful with it. These are the flosses. They're a mess because I was stitching with them last night, but lots of, oh, that's embarrassing. I shouldn't even show you. Lots of fun colors. And it's kind of like every time I pull out a new color, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna be that color. But here's where I am. Oh, there's a little fuzz. This is on Pub Crawl by Roxy Floss Co. This is her linen from Evertote. And I'm using the DMC. It's so pretty. So I took it to the beach to stitch, to our house to stitch there. And it was not the perfect vacation stitch. I told Sue from Legacy Fiber Arts that when we were messaging last night and this morning. It's a pretty tight linen, and I need magnification. This is a 40 count. I counted it out last night because I thought this seems really tight, and it's probably like 42 count. And I was so excited to get to the peacock. And there's a lot of counting with this peacock. So I had it all outlined. Can you see at the bottom, it's all outlined. And then as I started filling in, it's wrong. So I'm having to frog as I go along, but it's worth it. Isn't it pretty? It's so vibrant. So I'm planning to take that on my girls trip. I keep it in my Tiger Lily project bag or folder because it's also bright and colorful, so it's perfect. But I think I might throw in my floor lamp, my magnifier, because I think I'm gonna need it. I have also thrown in my sewing machine and some quilting projects. I know I won't sew, but I'm gonna take it. Can I put things? Okay, what else am I packing to take? Oh, I haven't touched this since a long time, and I really want to. But this is the Scarlet House Roses for Ruby. And I'm no further, maybe I've stitched another flower on it. So I'm gonna take that. We'll see if I work on it. I want to get all these things finished or progress made on it. So I have hopes of stitching. What is this? Oh, Margaret Doyle. I've been working on her. She's not very big. She's a Hands Across the Sea. I don't know, maybe I'm a third of the way, maybe. So I had put some more stitches in her since I think I last showed you her. And I'm using the 103s. I think this was I should tell you this. This was a Kitten Stitcher exclusive. And if she has any left, I think the kit is half off. Kitten Stitcher sent an email that she's going to be moving. They are going to be moving to Pennsylvania. And so she is slowly marking more sale items, but Margaret Doyle is, I'm pretty sure I'm saying this correctly. I think it's half off. So hurry over and get that. I have it. These are the 103s. And this is a spool case I bought from Lou and Sue, Susan Stanley, when they were selling things. I don't know if they still are or not, but I like this. So I hope to get some work done on that. She lives in my Stitch Folk bag. What else? Oh, another Stitch Folk bag. And I saw that, and I have not watched it because I was gone, but Paisley Stitcher did a Flosstube for the day with Barry from Stitch Folk, and I cannot wait to watch it. And Barry, please, Flosstube again. We miss your face. In this bag, I am working on Mini Mansions by Annie Bees. I can't remember when I last showed it, so I'm sorry if this is repetitive, but haven't ironed and it's a mess, but I did get some work done on that. I think I built my house up a little higher since I last showed it, I think. And this is a really small count. What do I have it on? I think it's on 46 count. So it's probably a lofty goal to take it with me to stitch, but if I take my magnifier, I should stitch on it. I think my floor magnifier might be a stronger magnifier than my Halo Go. Could that be? And these are silks from my stash that I'm using on it. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, Quaker sampler. I did put a little bit of work on this before I left. This I'm stitching with my friend Kia. This is AH to EE by Kathy Barrick. And it's not going to be very big, but this is on a really high count. 52, 62, 53, 63. So my eyeballs can only do it for a little while. But this is my progress on it. I'm using a 103 color on it. I really want to get it done. I think that's the width of it, so it's not going to be very big. And I think I have said this before, but I would like to change the initials. I think this is what's delayed me. When I was looking at the initials, I thought, I don't think I want to put just random initials on mine, but many of them are family initials. And so like my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother. I need to figure out how to make an L and how to make an H that still looks like this font. I had a book of fonts and none of them look exactly like it, but I think I should be able to make that work. Plus, I'm going to retreat with Stitchy people right now. They can help me because they're smart girls. So I'm taking that. I'm taking this, and I did work on it a little bit. This is in a Stitches by Debbie portfolio, and I have my 103s in here. This is Martha Walmsley. You know how I love her. I put a little more in her. I think I worked over here. It took me a whole night to do just this. It's pretty, I have to count and I have to really think about it. So, but I think I have one page finished and I'm on the second page. But I really want to get it done. So I think Martha's gonna go with me. Oh, and this bag then has things I took with me and either touched or didn't touch while I was gone. I did work on this. This turned out to be a fun beach stitch. The Humble Sampler by Mojo Stitches. Also, I haven't seen a Flosstube from her for a while, and I enjoy her. So I'm working on this. And excuse some dangling threads, but this is where I am on it. I'm always shocked. I know it gives measurements, and it should not shock me, but it's not very wide, is it? That's the whole width of it. I was able to stitch this in the car on the way home, which was nice. I think I did this whole basket of flowers and some more border in the car. So I'm gonna take that. Should we vote on how many projects you think I'll touch while I'm on my Stitchy retreat? But a girl can hope. I also have a kidded project in here, and I didn't bring them over, but I have birthday starts that I'm gonna take with me because it's almost my birthday. I think it's 11 days until my birthday. I'm gonna be 60, but it's okay. So I'm trying to enjoy my last days in my 50s. I have Mary Florence Dickerson packed that Sarah Stitchy Spot is going to start for her birthday, and her friend, and I'm sorry I can't think of who's doing it with her. It escapes me, but I'm going to start that. I think the 24th is when they are starting. I might cheat and start the 23rd because I'm going to be driving home on the 24th. And then the one for my birthday is Vibrant Flowers by Kathy Barrick. And I should have brought it over. I'm sorry. I have that kitted, ready to go. I got my floss from Hillside Rookery, and I have fabric pulled, and I'm probably going to cheat and start that while I'm on retreat too, because on my birthday, husband says we're going to go do some local adventures. The Cincinnati Union Terminal is now the museum center, and there's a Pompeii exhibit, and we got to visit Pompeii a few years ago on our one trip to Europe that we took. We also got to go to Normandy. Did I say that? Oh, it was so moving. But we went to Pompeii. He could have spent days at Pompeii. It was the one super hot day of our trip, and there are no trees or shade in Pompeii, so it was a little hot. But I'm excited to go. We're going to do that exhibit. We might go to the Taft House, President Taft, which is in Cincinnati. And I really want to go to the underground, or the, can't think what it's called. There's another museum in Cincinnati that we want to do. So our birthdays are a day apart. We found that out on our first date. I'm June 25th and he's June 26th. And so it's always a fun 2-day celebration. So I don't know how much stitching I'll do on my birthday. So I'm going to start those early. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? You want to see what I got while I was gone? One of my favorite parts of going on a trip is coming home and the mail getting delivered. It was a long drive home. We had some traffic snarls. And as we pulled up to our house, husband said, "What is on the porch?" And I was like, sorry. But, oh, okay, let me tell you this. One of the boxes on the porch was his birthday gift to me. You want to see it? He's very good to me. I got the oak W stand. I tried it out last night. Kathy and Shelly are not wrong. It's fantastic. I have and really love the Patoki stand. And I know Shelly's done a whole video on the difference of them. I'm going to take the Patoki stand with me on my retreat. Two of the big differences that I can tell you. The Patoki stand, I'll just call it one joint. So this is going to be my option. And the way it tightens, like it's like a screw tightener. The W stand has 2 joints, so here and here. So it gives you a whole different set of angles for stitching. And that was a game changer. It was a really helpful thing in stitching. I just held it on my lap. My only complaint, I think the camera is shaking, I'm sorry, is that with this top joint, I sent Shelly a text today, and maybe she's texting me now, to see if there's anything I can do about it. But there's something about this that I wish it went down just a little bit more. The angle went down a little bit more. But I might call the company and see what they suggest. It comes with the things you can switch out to take this off to put scroll rods on. I have not yet delved into scroll rods, but I want to. And Tiger Lily was saying that Shelly has a scroll rod video, and I don't know if it didn't pertain to me when she did it, if it's an older one or if it's coming, but I need to go find that, Shelly. So this is my birthday present. It's really nice. My husband is still skeptical. He's like, it's so heavy, and it is heavy, but in a good way, heavy. And I thought the Patoki has a little bit of a bend to it, which is kind of nice for sitting on your lap. So when I pulled this out of the box and it's just flat, I thought, oh, I hope I like that. It works perfect. It's great. And I don't know, I might do a little more table stitching on retreat than lap stitching. We'll see. You know, we're going to an Airbnb, and you just never know what your stitching situation is going to be. Anyways, that was my birthday present from him. He's good to me. Okay, mail. These are things I got in no particular order. As I said, Kitten Stitcher sale. Oh, can I tell you about another sale while I'm thinking about it? Treehouse Fiber Arts, Rachel, is having like a summer sale. All of her cross stitch kits, charts, fabric, I think I'm saying that right, are 25% off. No code needed. Discount comes off in the cart. Hurry over to Treehouse Fiber Arts. I ordered some things. She has those Satsuma ornament kits. A lot of those. What else did I order? I don't know, a couple other kits. Go see Rachel. Kitten Stitcher. I had not had one of these, and people have talked about them on the Flosstube, and so I wanted one. This is one of the Reflet de Soie kits. I think this is maybe November or December. This is what it came with. This little card, I think that's the project. There's some trim. Oops. There's a lot of Versoie in it. Look how cute that is. And here is the chart that came with it. I like it. I might order more. So that's one thing that came. Did you watch the last Flosstube that the Attic did? There was some good stuff in there. And those girls are just a delight. I cannot wait to one day go to the Attic and meet Jean. I actually met Jean, but I was new to stitching, and so I didn't know what a big deal it was when I met Jean, because she was at a Quilter Station retreat that Tam and I went to a few years ago. Anyways, they talked about these two charts. One is Scattered Seed Samplers, Vintage Charm Pen Keep. And I can't remember if they showed it finished. They might have. And I thought, ooh, that looks like me. I need that. So I got that. I think things are gonna start tumbling soon. I wanted this when it came out at market, and for whatever reason didn't order, but they showed it and I ordered Pretty in Pink. This is by Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare's Peddler. And it kind of reminds me of the Kathy Barrick Vibrant Flowers. So maybe I'll stitch them and hang them together. Oh, Kitten Stitcher. So Kitten Stitcher and the Scarlet House have an exclusive that just released. And there's no picture of it on the Kitten Stitcher website. And so I was so excited to get home to my box to see what it looks like. And I really like it. I think I like it because it's not huge. Like, this looks doable to me. And I can't remember if you can just get the chart, but I got the chart and the NPI silk, and then I added on the Mason linen. And I don't normally stitch on this dark, but I'm kind of excited about it. Maybe I should throw that in my bag and start that while I'm gone too. I won't. I got confused because Teresa the Garden Stitcher has a birthday coming up, and we were trying to pin her down to a birthday start. And although she wouldn't commit, she did mention 2 Hands Across the Sea charts that she has and likes. One is Hannah Campbell, and somehow I thought that's what she was picking, so I ordered it, and it's not, but that's okay. Margaret Ferguson is what I need to order, and I think I'm just gonna, I like a real chart, but I think I'm just gonna do the PDF download on Hands Across the Sea website so I can take it with me, kit it up. But isn't that pretty? That'll be an eventual start. I know everybody shows their color and cotton, so I've got my color and cotton. This is the fabric. I get the 40 count, and it is called Dove. And I got all the flosses, but you know what? Missy and Kathy, Two Needles Pulling Thread, just showed all their flosses and went through all the colors, so go watch them. Oh, I love them, don't you? Pretty good on D-Stash, but I did order these 2 things. Let's get it down so you can see the chart a little bit. I got the chart and floss for this, which is Queenstown. This is, I don't have a Queenstown sampler, I don't think so. This is Martha Pettit, maybe 1804. Also looks small and doable, which I like. And I think this might be Needlework Press. This is Sarah Barker, 1840. I thought that was really pretty. I like the border a lot. So those were my D-Stash purchases. I ordered from Evertote. I can't remember if this fabric was on sale or not, but the floss I ordered was on sale, and I think it's still on sale. They have some clearance floss. When I finished that last holiday kit by Modern Folk Embroidery and Evertote together, I really loved the Panettone fabric that came with it. So I ordered some more of that. And since I have a lot of 40 count, I thought I would order it in 46. So I got 46 count Panettone. It has a little bit of like a bluish green modeling to it, which I don't think the other piece I had did, but I like that. And then they're always talking about speculoos. And so I got some of that, which is super pretty. Might be a little more golden than what's showing up there. And all of this floss was on sale that I got. I really like their floss a lot. This one looks more like my best friend Tam, so maybe I'll put that in my bag and give her as a prize when we go. But some of it has really good variegation, some of it's more solid. Oh, this is a pretty variegation. Can you see that? This is unicorn. And I was with my unicorn loving Penelope, my granddaughter. Her favorite color is rainbow, and she loves unicorns. This was a kind gift from someone on Instagram. I think she was going through maybe her mom's stash, and she had this, and she gave it to me. Let's see if I can show you. You know I love a Holly hobby, hence the name. And it has these in it. And Missy sent me a message, a screenshot of maybe a StitchCon rag table. Someone had done a Holly hobby, and I said, oh, that makes me want to get this out. They had done it on like a pink, rose pink background, and now I want to kit up a Holly hobby. Let's see. Rosanna sent me this. Thank you. If you watch my Flosstube, I don't know if you do or not. This was fun. I've told you that I was privileged to do a model stitch for Kathy Barrick, which was this lion. And so as a thank you, she always sends the chart when it comes out. And so she sent me the newest cookie cutters. And it's always fun when you see your name right there. But I stitched it. So that came in Hilton Head, on Hilton Head. There is a needlepoint store. Oh, sorry about that noise. And they have this little room of cross-stitch stuff. And it's so nice because they have DMC, they have so many flosses. They have Gentle Arts, a lot of silks, etc. So if I'm there and need a floss, I can just run and get it. They have fun accessories and scissors and stuff too. But they had really expanded their room, and I said, wow. And they said, yeah, we're trying to expand our cross-stitch section, which was music to my ears. And so number one, 3 of my grandkids were with us because it's next to one of our favorite little lunch places, and they had come with Steve and me. And so they all found a kit that they wanted to start, and that was fun to let them shop. Oh, I think I just put their kits away. I'll show you what I did. But they had this huge section of clearance, and it was really well marked down. So anything that I thought was of interest, I bought. So I got this. Look at this R&R, just because it was R&R and it came with the linen. I thought that was fun. My granddaughter was drawn to this. She said, oh, Gigi, you would like to stitch this. And so I thought, you know what, I would, or at least pull some, like that part out and stitch. I thought would be fun. So I got that by the Victorian Sampler. I have told you that I want to stitch stockings, and I have not yet started a stocking, and I thought these could be fun addition to the stocking. I got a couple of linens, and then this spoke to me mostly because it came with the silks, but this is a Jeanette Douglas, and it came with the silks, and so I can always pull that silks off and try it. Although I think these are some specialty stitches, and I should really work on it. Speaking of which, in my pile, 2 more things. Books. I cannot remember who talked about this before I left because I ordered this a while ago, but Brenda and Laura talked about it last night, and I overpaid for this. This is called The Proper Stitch, A Guide for Counted Thread by Darlene Osteen. And I think I paid $40 for it, and they said it is still available at the attic for $20. So don't be me, be them, and go to the attic, call the attic and buy it. It is a fantastic book with how-tos of all kinds of specialty stitches, with great diagrams. Ooh, I think there's a hem stitch diagram. There it is in the back, and you know I want a hem stitch. So the attic has these for $20, but it's a really nice book. I'll just confess that I forgot I ordered this, and someone on Instagram talked about it, and so I ordered it again, but it's kind of heavy. So how about if when the other one comes, I'll save it for a giveaway when I reach like a milestone of, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers or something. Speaking of which, will you subscribe and get notified? Because that's always nice if you do. The other thing I got, and this I ordered from the DAR Museum because Karen Combs talked about it, and she read a section out of it that just really spoke to me. And I haven't found that section. I need to go back and rewatch her to see where it is in this book. But it was kind of like, oh, maybe there's a section on grief and how stitching helps, just mend the soul is what I've always said. But that was really a big part of my stitching journey, was especially when Graham was first born and all of his diagnoses kept unfolding. It was just soothing to me to have to needle meet thread and create something. And whatever section she read in this book was like, oh my word, that's me. But it's called Sewn in America, Making Meaning Memory. And it's a DAR exhibition catalog. And I got it from the DAR Museum. It is a beautiful book, really nice paper. The sections, let me see if I can find the guide in there. Well, I can't quickly, but it talked about like politics and how stitching through time, like through the Civil War, how that affected things, class, you know, the working class versus the upper class and how it affected them. It's a really nice book that I just want to sit and read. Okay, am I forgetting anything? Okay, I'm gonna tell you about my trip a little bit. So we left for Hilton Head, and we got a little later start than we normally would. We would normally get up early so we can drive straight there. So we had talked about stopping halfway, and if we did that, I wanted to go to Sassy Jack's because it's open now. But once I get on the road, I just want to get there. Like, I am not one who wants to stop a lot. Let's just go. So I asked real nice, and husband said yes, and we drove straight there. So we didn't get there until like 11 o'clock at night. But it was so nice to like wake up in Hilton Head. And the first day it was cool, not cool, but not typical South Carolina heat. There was really low humidity probably. And so we just had a good day. And then our first set of grandkids arrived late that night. And they're my daughter Emily's family. And she's the one daughter I haven't told you about. So my daughter Emily and her family live in a Cleveland suburb. And her husband is also a pastor. He's on staff at Parkside Church in Solon, Ohio. And Emily has 4 of my grandkids. She has Leo, Penelope, who goes by Penny, Rory, and Stella. And Leo is my first grandson. And you know, I had 4 girls. So our first grandson was a little bit of a shock because they have different parts than girls, but he is the most lovey boy. He's 8 now. And I don't know how long he'll be a lovey boy. Like, it's not even on purpose. He just finds himself that in the morning he'll just plop on the couch beside me and snuggle me. And then Penny cracks me up. She says the funniest things. I don't know, just her vocabulary cracks me up. And then Rory's a stinker. He likes to act like he doesn't like me, but as Penny said, he really does. And then Stella is 13 months. And because we don't see them often, it took her 14 days to warm up to me, but I was able to teach her patty cake. My best part was like when she would wake up from a nap, then I would go get her. And if I rescued her, then she would let me snuggle her for a while. And don't you think snuggling a big old toddler is like a weighted blanket of just on your chest? It feels so good. Anyways, Emily is a NICU nurse, and she's our third daughter, and we've always called her our goat. Somewhere when she was a teenager, I read that when horses are being trained, wild horses, that they've often put a goat in the corral with them because a goat just calms them down. And Emily has always been just our little peacemaker who just makes everybody feel calm if you have an Emily in your life. So that's my Emily. She's my curly-headed girl. Like I said, she's a NICU nurse. They have 4 kids. So anyways, they were first. And then we had a couple days with them. And then my daughter Lindsay and her family came. And they're the ones from Indianapolis. And they have Ellie, Lila, and Milo. And so that was super fun. So while we were gone, Leo, Ellie, and Lila stitched with me. It was so great. It made me so happy. They didn't stitch long periods of time, but they did really well. And Ellie finished a project we started last year on this trip. And so to me, that was huge that she actually had it, like she's carried it out and finished it. So they want me to take it home with me because they want lots of help when they do it. So I hope to have cousin camp maybe in July. And so maybe we can work on it then. Anyways, then the next weekend, my daughters Alyssa and Julia flew in, and Julia brought baby Ruby with her. Graham did not behave so well health-wise on our last trip, so he's not leaving Ohio for a while, so he did not come. He stayed with his daddy, and Alyssa's husband couldn't join us because he had to work. But I had all 4 of my girls, and for my birthday, they took me for a spa day. And I'll insert some pictures of us at the spa, but it was just so nice. We had lunch and sat by the pool afterwards. So it was a really good trip. It was nice. My husband and I got to reconnect and just did some normal things. We love the food we eat there and the ice cream we eat there. And so we had a great time. I think I've told you everything I need to tell you. If I think of more, I'll come back. But as you know, I feel strongly to always remind you that our life is fragile and every day we wake up is a gift. So choose well how you're going to spend that gift of today and love people well. Happy stitching. One more thing. You know what I always forget is giveaway stuff. I have not heard from the winner of last episode's giveaway, which is a nerd shoot. Leslie Reinhardt, I think. At the end of last video, I posted a screenshot when I did the random comment picker. And then the last episode, what I was offering was Sarah Barnes. And so many of you commented on it that it would be a great first sampler because it's a nice size. And someone said that their maiden name was Barnes, and so they thought it would be good to stitch. So random comment picker. Guess who the winner was? Roberta Sable Stitcher, Roberta Lyle. So you won this. If you'll email me, my information's below, I'll get this mailed out to you. I'll get it mailed out to you quick if you email me quick. But Leslie, I haven't heard from you, so email me, let me know. Also, don't forget Treehouse Fiber Art sale and Kitten Stitcher sale. Are there any other sales I need to know about that you can tell us about? Tell me in the comments. And tell me what you're stitching. I would love to know what you're stitching. Okay, love you, bye.